Hi, Mike with Nerd Problems Gaming here, and today's video will be doing an unboxing of Hoplomachus Victorum, the board game, so let's get into it. Alright guys, so now that we've got the game out, let's jump in and see what's inside. So again, Hoplomachus Victorum is a tactical combat game set around ancient mythology, and you'll be playing as various heroes as you try and defeat Pluto, god of the underworld, as he's trying to destroy the world by causing a mass eruption at Mount Vesuvius. And so again, you'll be playing through kind of a solo campaign. So you can see here, this is more on how to play, but it walks you through the process of setting up the hero of your choice, and you'll be playing through somewhat of a campaign here in the hopes of defeating Pluto and his Scion monsters. And so you'll go through different locations around the world, again based around these ancient mythology locations and some real world locations as well. But again, it almost feels like gladiator based combat. And so again, you'll be moving different units around the map, including your hero and other units that you recruit along the way. And so again, you can see the different hero types that you could potentially play as. And then again, some of these you might also be fighting if you don't pick these as your base hero. Again, you've got the different Scions here. So again, these are kind of the ultimate monsters, kind of end game baddies that you might be fighting after each chapter or act of the game. And again, some of these might be your final boss, depending on how you set up the game initially. But some really cool, intense creatures, giant alligators, powerful warriors, and much more, it looks like. Again, you've got the Hydra here. Giant mythical lion type beasts. And then again, some other mythical heroes and heroines as well. Now again, these are basically maps and how the enemies will act at various locations. And this kind of walks you through priority order of the turns, maybe some advantages or disadvantages of terrains on those specific maps and how these different elements work. So again, that's cool. It breaks that down for you. Looks like we've got some Scion epilogues. So this looks like it breaks down a bit more about the specific characters and the ultimate bosses here. That's cool. Some background and lore. Looks like this is maybe a quick skill sheet. So again, more of a quick reference guide to any terms and abilities that your characters or enemies might have. Again, this is more of your campaign tracking sheet. So you'll fill one of these out throughout each campaign of the game. We've got the general arena maps. So again, we've got the different mats representing locations around the world. And these are, as I said, kind of the tactical arena combat. And it showcases where your units spawn, where enemies might spawn on the map. And again, there's some different sporting event type occurrences that you'll go through where you might be fighting for victory and kind of a mock battle. Other ones are focused around more of a capture the flag scenario, which is another cool option you'll encounter throughout the game. Got a little draw bag for putting your chips in. Bunch of dice. All right, so there's various types of dice, and they indicate when things are hits or misses. And again, you'll be able to power up your character or potentially enemies will be stronger and use more powerful die throughout the game. And the stronger the die typically means that there's more hits available or more likelihood that you would score a hit with them. I've also got kind of a counter die. This could be certain scenarios where you need certain points by staying king of the hill for longest, various things like that. All right, so we've got some main hero chips, it looks like. So like things like the Sea Strider, got Nox. Again, it showcases their abilities, kind of their hit points, how many dice they have. Again, these are very sturdy chips. And so again, depending on who you might play as, some of these might be your main hero, but others could be kind of the bosses at the end of each act. Or again, they could contribute on the battlefield during the final match. I believe this is just a tracker for where you're located on the overall map as you move your heroes around. This might be a little hard to see, but this is kind of a chip stand where you'll put all your chips. Let's see if I can open this. Actually comes off and can stack together, forming kind of a stadium seating, and this is where you store all the chips for the game. Let's see if this can actually fit on the screen, but this is the overarching play mat where you will track your movement around the board, have combat in the middle. So typically you would put one of the maps of the specific location you're at in the middle, and then place your different units for both your enemies and your heroes here as well. So there's quite a lot of chips. These red and blue ones, to my understanding, indicate health for your characters. Then you've also got these black chips, which are either enemies or potentially banes, which I believe are considered kind of negative effects on your heroes. So it looks like we've got some of the big Scions here. But then again, as I mentioned, also potentially chips for those negative effects that could happen throughout the game, as you see here. All right, so we've got some other banes here that you might encounter. Some other enemy types here as well. So again, definitely looks like quite a few things you could encounter throughout each run, but I would imagine you don't run into everything each time that you go through. So would definitely add to the variety and kind of replay value of the game. More of a unique experience every time that you play. Again, some more unique enemy types that you might encounter. Looks like these are listed as arena tokens, kind of special things that might happen given on a specific arena you might be fighting in. Cool. Also got some specialized units that are associated with specific map locations, and they would get a bonus, for example. So you can see you've got the Atlanteans here as one option, and Lemosians here. We've also got these yellow options. It's like some of those might be tactics, as well as looks like potentially enemy types or other character types that could aid you. and add to your team or the enemy's team here. All right, got some more Atlantean creatures and characters that would get advantages there. Got another area here, Parthians. Just another specific unit types from that region of the map. We've got another type here, Vesuvians, looks like. So we can see these character creature types you might encounter. Got new Argonauts. It's like another location around the world. Again, just a lot of potential for unique encounters and experiences each game with all these different locations and character types. All right, here's another area. More characters. All right, we've got some Amazon characters here. There are more unique enemy types and various special abilities listed here on the chips. Another new type, Pluto's Refugees. This looks like they might be random creatures, maybe from the underworld. I guess we'll see. Another clan, looks like more martial artists almost. Cool. All right, some more general units here. Different tactics. It's like arena specials, like a chariot. Maybe some armor. More tactics, it looks like. Various abilities that you can learn and use throughout combat. More enemy types. These ones don't really have a set location, it looks like, so they're labeled as neutral. A little more tactics. It's for capturing the flag. Here we go. I won't open this section. This is just health for either yourself or the enemies. So they're separated by different colors here. All right, so we've got these opportunity cards. So these are kind of side quests almost, if I remember correctly, that you could potentially take on throughout the game. So a bunch of these. I think they're, again, more optional. If you want to take them on and you complete them, you earn special rewards to beef up your team or your hero, recruit new units, different things like that. Another card type is a sports type. So these are kind of special sporting events that can happen. There's various types. Some of them are King of the Hill, where you need to have your unit in a certain position for so long. Another is Capture the Flag, where you need to basically, like it says, capture the flag and bring it back to your team's area. And then there's other ones which are kind of more like a mock combat of sorts. So just another option you can do on your turns. Another card type is this Bloodshed. So again, there's a ton of these, but these are, if I recall correctly, kind of specialized combat types, combat events that can happen throughout the game. So again, huge variety of these as well. So one thing that you can have for your character are these special prowesses. And so they are basically various skills that your character can learn as you progress through the game. Looks like there's also some here that are character specific that they could learn. So again, looks like each hero has their own set here. Different abilities and prowesses potentially they can learn. Again, I haven't actually played the game yet, so could be wrong, but I believe that is what this is. So again, each character seems to have that. Here's another one. Several of those. More for this character, and more for this character. And finally, this character. Well, again, that wraps up this unboxing of Hoplomachus Victorum. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to hit that like button as it really helps out the channel. And if you did want to pick up a copy of this game, I'll have a link in the description below where you can do that as well. And certainly stay tuned for a future video where we dig into more on how the game works and our review after we've had some more time to play it. So stay tuned for that as well. Well, again, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button as it really helps out the channel. And another really cool way you can help support the channel is we actually partnered with a company, Geek Crate, that puts together various bundles. So whether you like things like Harry Potter, Pokemon, Naruto, Marvel, and more, they've got different bundles for everything. They have a subscription service you can take advantage of, or buy just one-time bundle packs of various items. And so if you did want to check that out and help support the channel, head to nerdproblemsgaming.com/Geek Crate, and you'll actually get 15% off your order and help support our channel at the same time. So if you want to take advantage of that cool discount, be sure to head there as well. And if you like videos like this on video games, board games, and everything nerdy, check out one of our other videos here. And if you haven't done so yet, be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notifications to get the latest updates of new nerd videos we put out. But once again, thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you more soon.